Hey everyone, it's Mark Brownlee here. Today, we're diving into something super interesting. You might want to check your drawers and attics because those old phones you've kept tucked away could be worth a small fortune. We're talking about vintage tech, those relics from the past that now hold a certain nostalgic charm. Remember the days before touchscreens and Face ID? Back when phones were built like tanks and had actual buttons? Well, those outdated devices are now considered vintage gold, and some collectors are willing to pay a pretty penny for them. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a nostalgia buff, or just curious about what your old gadgets might be worth, stick around. We're about to uncover some hidden treasures and explore the fascinating world of vintage cell phone collecting. Let's kick things off with the phone that started it all. The Motorola Dynatac 8000X. This brick-like behemoth was the first commercially available cell phone, released back in 1983. It weighed in at a hefty 2.5 pounds and cost a whopping $4,000. Can you imagine dropping that kind of cash on a phone today? But hey, this was the cutting edge of technology back then. It offered a revolutionary 30 minutes of talk time. Yeah, you heard that right, 30 minutes, and could store a mind-blowing 30 phone numbers. Today, a pristine Dynatac 8000X in its original packaging can fetch upwards of $10,000 at auction. Talk about a return on investment. Next up, we have a phone that gained iconic status thanks to its appearance in a little film called The Matrix. You guessed it, it's the Nokia 8110, affectionately known as the banana phone due to its curved shape. This phone was all about sleek design and that satisfying slider mechanism. Released in 1996, the 8110 was a symbol of style and sophistication. It was one of the first phones to feature a slider, which protected the keypad and gave it that futuristic look. While it didn't have all the bells and whistles of today's smartphones, it was a coveted device in its time. And thanks to its Hollywood fame, a well-maintained Nokia 8110 can still fetch a decent price on the collector's market. Now, let's fast forward to 2007, the year the smartphone revolution truly began. The Apple iPhone 2G, with its revolutionary touchscreen interface and sleek design, changed the game forever. It was a cultural phenomenon, and people lined up for hours to get their hands on one. The iPhone 2G wasn't just a phone, it was a statement. It ushered in a new era of mobile computing and set the stage for the smartphones we know and love today. And while it might seem strange to call a phone from 2007 vintage, in the fast-paced world of tech, it definitely qualifies. A first-generation iPhone in mint condition, especially if it's still in its original box, can be worth a significant chunk of change. Remember that scene in The Matrix Reloaded where Neo needs to make a choice represented by two phones? The sleek, futuristic phone he picks up? That's the Samsung SPHN 270, and it's become a bit of a legend among phone collectors. Released in 2003, the SPHN 270 was a collaboration between Samsung and Sprint. Its spring-loaded earpiece cover and unique design made it stand out from the crowd. While it wasn't a commercial success, its brief but memorable appearance in The Matrix Reloaded cemented its status as a sought-after collector's item. Let's be real, no discussion about old phones would be complete without mentioning the Nokia 3310. This phone is practically indestructible. Seriously, there are memes about it surviving the apocalypse. Released in 2000, the 3310 was known for its incredible battery life, nearly indestructible build quality, and that super addictive game, Snake. It was the phone everyone had, and for good reason. It was reliable, affordable, and could probably survive a nuclear blast. Today, the Nokia 3310 is a symbol of simpler times, and a testament to Nokia's legendary build quality. Back in the late 90s, if you wanted a phone that screamed, "I'm important," you got yourself an Ericsson T28. This phone was all about being slim and sleek. It was one of the smallest and lightest phones on the market, a stark contrast to the brick phones of the past. The T28 was released in 1999 and was an instant hit. Its sleek design, lightweight build, and impressive battery life made it a status symbol. It was the phone to be seen with, and its popularity paved the way for even slimmer and more stylish phones in the future. The early 2000s were all about that flip phone life, and no phone embodied that era quite like the Motorola Razr Vi 3. This phone, oh man, it was a design icon, with its impossibly thin profile and that oh-so-satisfying snap when you closed it. Released in 2004, the Razr Vive 3 was a massive success, selling over 130 million units worldwide. It was the phone to have, and its popularity helped solidify Motorola's position as a leader in the mobile phone market. Today, the Razr Vive 3 is a nostalgic reminder of a time when flip phones ruled the world. Before there was iPhone versus Android, there was BlackBerry. The BlackBerry 957, released in 2000, was a game-changer. It was one of the first devices to offer mobile email, and it quickly became the go-to phone for business professionals everywhere. The 957's full QWERTY keyboard was perfect for firing off emails on the go, and its push email technology meant you were always connected. It was the phone that kept the business world running, and its iconic design is still instantly recognizable today. Remember when you needed a separate device for listening to music? The Sony Ericsson W800i, released in 2005, was one of the first phones to truly combine a phone with a high-quality music player. It was a game-changer for music lovers on the go. The W800i came with a dedicated music player, expandable storage, and a pair of decent headphones. It was a sign of things to come, as phones began to incorporate more and more features beyond just making calls. Last but not least, we have the phone that started it all for Android, the HTC Dream, also known as the T-Mobile G1. Released in 2008, this phone was the first to run Android, Google's open-source mobile operating system. The HTC Dream wasn't the sleekest phone on the market, but it was packed with potential. It had a touchscreen, a full QWERTY keyboard, and access to the burgeoning world of Android apps. It was the start of something big, and it paved the way for the Android phones that dominate the market today. So, there you have it. If you have any of these phones lying around, you might be sitting on a goldmine. Don't forget to check those dusty drawers and attics. You never know what treasures you might find. From the brick-like Dynatac to the sleek Razr V3, these phones represent not just technological advancements but also cultural shifts and design trends. They're a reminder of how far we've come in the world of mobile technology, and how quickly things can change. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tech insights. And be sure to let me know in the comments which old phone you remember most fondly. Catch you in the next one.